Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Timberborn, part 34 of the Greedy Builders conquering the Helix, which they pretty much have. But that doesn't mean we're not going to take on some more ambitious projects. I have one project for sure that's fairly large for farming, and maybe a second one. Still haven't decided if I want to do it or not. But the first project we're going to do today is a big one with some terrain to get some easier to use farmland. So we've got this nice clean edge right here. I am going to extend dirt all the way down, and then we're going to come over here and blast starting right here all the way down. I told you it's ambitious, which means we have a lot of trees to get rid of, and a lot of dirt to fill in, and I think I need to do the blasting before I do the filling, otherwise we're going to get flooding, because there's no way all the water from over there is going to make it through here. There's just too big of a volume of water. So that is where we are going to begin. And we already have a bit of a connection over here, so I'm going to just utilize that. The stairs are here in the way. I'm just trying to... Oh, hello. I'm just trying to get this all out of here so I can blast this flat as well. But we need to get down to get... Okay. These trees out too. That's going to be a little more difficult. What we'll do is just give them like a little thing right there. And that'll get them to those trees, so that we can get those cut down. So we will mark those 3 for demolition. And then this is going to make this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide in the end. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get all the beavers or bots out of here real quick. We will pause these temporarily. They will go do something else, which is going to be just stand around staring at one another most likely. And I'm going... Oh, I can't pause this though. They're going to keep bringing that stuff over. It's alright. It's okay. What we'll do is wait until hopefully there's none over here after these trees get knocked down. Because I need to get rid of these stairs and then rebuild this platform. And I think this is just 3. Yes, it's just 3. So we need to get this first little section done, and as soon as those... There we go. Cool. Now I can get rid of the stairs, and then we can get rid of that. And then once they're... Oh, wait, I screwed up. I needed to leave that in, didn't I? Yeah, because now I can't get over there. Boy, I'm smart. Okay. Alright. Try again. We need the dynamite. Well, we're off to a great start here, aren't we? Yeah. So we need our explosives in. So let me get this bridge rebuilt and get our explosives in, and then we can move from there. Oh god, do not run this at 3 speed. That is just tragic. Well, that was just a lot of activity there at once. Demolition, an explosion, and then we had the bad tide noise. That was just exciting there for a minute. There we go. We're going to put that in, and then we're going to drop that right there, and we are going to run that right there. Why does it say we only have one unconnected building? Shouldn't it? Because these, I guess, don't count? They do now that I'm unpausing them, I bet. Yeah, sure do. Cool. Awesome. So that gets us a way over here. What I need to do is build some stairs down to right there. And then for the bits we can currently reach, we will go ahead and place the dynamite, triple dynamite, all the way through. And then we're going to bring the path on down to as far as it can reach. And then we're going to ask our dear bot friends to come over here and start digging up some trees. So, we need... Come on, there we go. We need to get at least, like, that out of here. but it needs to be 5 wide, so we know that much. So we know we need to go like here, so we don't have to blast anything beyond that. But what I'm worried about is, well, one, we have to have a place for the path, but two is I'm really worried about the trees like growing back in. So I'm gonna go 1 to the side here and continue on down to there, and that should have me to the edge. It does. And then all I'll need to do is just continue building the path as they get down here and clear trees. So this is going to be a lot of fun, in air quotes, because this is going to be me just building a lot of paths, more than anything else. So they can get to work on this side though. I'm going to get rid of that sluice because we're going to bring this on out. So this we can start some of this dirt so that we can get a lot of beavers working. So I'm going to run this down to here and then to there and then just right here and then there. And then that's as far as I'm going to go for now until we start getting some things blasted out of here. And of course, they're going to work on the dynamite first. So let's get the trees cleared out. So we got that blasted out, and I've laid out a few other things. We've got, ooh, good game. There we go. It's just laggy. We have some dynamite here to bring this line all the way across, and then I've got dirt blocks all the way back there. I guess we can come onto this view, make this look a little bit better. And then we're filling this side in just to square it off. I know we blasted some of that out, but it's okay. We're going to put it back. And then we'll rebuild this again, get this little section filled in, and then start on some farmlands. You can see I've kind of already got some potatoes planned here. We're going to have more than this, more than just 2 fields, because that's probably still not going to be anywhere near sufficient, but we have them. The reason it has a little bit of a gap is this land right under here. It's kind of hard to see right now, but there is just a little bit of arid land right there. So I thought, you know what, we'll just work around it. It may not be now. It was arid. You know what, they haven't started building this. We can find out. No, it's not. So that I might want to expand my farms out a little bit. Yeah, I do want to expand my farms out just a little bit. I mean, if it's going to be workable ground, then we're going to work it. So we're going to get rid of the fence to there. I'm going to keep the fence back here. I kind of like it. I just think it looks cool. But we will move the farmhouse. We'll only be able to move it up by 1, but I mean, that's an extra row of potatoes. Actually, no, the farmhouse will have to stay put. Yeah, farmhouse stays put. But these will move up to there. Yeah. And then Do I want to do that? Nah, I don't. So then we want to add potatoes. Just gonna leave it paused here for a second longer. I'm gonna add potatoes there, and then I missed one. Then we'll figure out where I can get the beehives in. So we get one there. We're gonna have a slight bit of overlap down here. I'm okay with that. I'd rather have them all boosted in their growth cycles though. So we get one there, and then we'll get another one. Autosave? Is that what's happening? Something happened. Don't really know what. And then this one goes here, and then this one goes right here. And then we'll continue on down this way. I just wanted to get the first two in here, and then we'll look at the rest of it. But I want to get this all knocked out. It looks like they're probably going to build this during the nighttime. But once we get some farming going, I think I'm going to have to bring the beavers over here. Because we're just going to run our bots. We've already got 34 vacant jobs in this district. That's going to add, what, 2 more farmhouses, so 6? Yeah, 6 more. So that's going to get us up to 40. We only have 70 bots. I just think it's time to go ahead and move the beavers in over here and let them finish building out their district. And maybe have these dudes do something else. I don't know exactly what. We might move some of them over to our original district as builders for another project that I want to work on. But I'm going to get this little bit of dirt filled in, and then this blasted out and squared off, and get the farm going here, and then we'll take a look at what's next. And that has everything built, but we have a big problem. We have a lot of bots out of fuel. I did just switch everything over for fuel to spatter dock temporarily, because we have a lot of spatter dock. 3.6 thousand, but we have no potatoes. So right now, all of the fuel is getting produced from spatter dock. We were down to like 70 fuel, so we're already coming back up. Hopefully, we can get some beavers over here. I'm going to pause because we're going to do a couple things. But hopefully we can get some beavers over here, get some potatoes planted. This is all over here going to be maple, and then we are going to have the... one called sunflower seeds, one that's not right, canola seeds. We're gonna have those over here on this side. We may even like build in this just a little bit or fill it in. They're making a good dent here, but still quite a bit to go, so I'm gonna have to kind of like wait on that. But I want to come in here and switch these to beaver jobs. That's who's gonna be working here now. Like so. Are these full again? Yep. To deal with this, I've just been deleting them, sleeping up the rubble, and then rebuilding them. We don't need the scrap metal, and if I didn't have somewhere for it to go, they wouldn't keep tearing this down. And they've made a good dent in it. I mean, I'd say they got close to a quarter of it out. Anyway, it is time to separate out this district, and we're going to do that by killing that. I'm going to go ahead and plant another maple tree right there. Boop. And then we've got, I had to bring walkways in over the water. A little sad, but it's fine. But that's where our district's going to go, is in the middle. It's where I've always wanted the district to go, so excuse me as I hiccup. That's where it's going. So our new district center for our third district right there. And now we can see, no, there's more than 2 jobs over here. There we go. There's 60 jobs over here. That's kind of what I thought. There's actually 62 jobs over here. And somehow a bot job. We're going to have to figure out where that is. It's probably one of these newer buildings. Because for some reason, even though I indicated they were... No, it's not one of the new buildings. We're going to have to figure out where that is. But first, we need to migrate over. Let's bring over, like, I don't know, 80 for now. So we're going to come from District Unidum Castor to District 3, which needs a name. And we're going to bring over... let's bring all the babies over. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. That'll bring 88 total beavers over here into our new district. So if we hit that button, we should, if I come up here, I'm going to pause again. If I come up here, oh, we don't have haulers in this district. I'm going to have to fix that. But if I come up here, we should see them arrive. This should be where they come in from, yeah? I mean, they physically relocate. They don't just teleport, do they? Like, they just physically get up off the booties and walk? Yep, here they come. Cool. Beavers pouring in. Look at that. Okay, so, first things first. We need a hauling post. We're going to build one temporarily here. Very temporarily. Just going to plop it right there. Run a path over to it. We have a lot of buildings that require hauling posts, and we don't have one. So, gotta fix that. The bots will eventually get out of here and get back over to where they live. So, I'm gonna let them get everything planted. Looks like they are working their way over, yeah? Yeah, it says there's still a bunch homeless. That's just because they haven't assigned themselves to houses yet. We have plenty of empty housing for the homeless ones. So I guess that it means they're probably still in transit from the other district. And once they get inside of this district, then they'll be okay. Right? I don't know. It still says there's 35 homeless, and that's just not possible. We have plenty of housing. It's dropping, so whatever. It's fine. And then I need to find this bot job, but we'll find... Actually, we can probably find it now. No, that one is... Yep, it was one of these. Okay, cool. So now there is no bot job over here, right? Right, perfect. And we even have 19 unemployed beavers, 21 empty beds. So we have room for about 40 more jobs over here, which we won't use quite that many. But look at them go. Look at them getting all the potatoes planted. And as the water fills up, we just ended a bad tide. Wow, 120 cycles. That's nuts. But as the water raises back up, they'll be able to get that last row in back there. We'll have some people, some beavers able to plant some trees there and here. And hopefully the fuel situation will resolve. And then I can get some canola done. But first I need to let them finish building everything else over here before I have them start trying to put in dirt. And the one thing I wanted to check, there is some paper over here for some reason. I don't know why. I don't remember making storage for it, but I'm glad there is because we're probably going to need more of these. But that's something I'm going to deal with in a minute. So I'm going to let them get everything planted and finish off all these other little bridges. It's basically just bridges across the river there. So I'm going to let them get that done, and then we'll take a look at what's next. By the way, I just thought of a name for this district. Phil, if you're watching, because this is on a cliff or a bluff. Whoops, we're in caps lock. I expect a comment, Mr. Planner Plays, if you're watching. Yeah, I like it. It'll work. Anyway, gonna let them continue planting. And what's next is quite literally the next day. Like, not in Timberborn. It's like been 3 cycles, maybe 4. No, I mean for me, it's the next day. I started recording this video on a Saturday evening. It's now Sunday evening. I forgot how much longer it takes beavers to build things than it does for bots. You would think that just that, you know, it's just a, 8-hour shorter day because we're working 16-hour shifts. But they also, at the beginning of every shift, have to go out of their little houses in the various levels all the way down to the basement to get supplies and then come out and work and then go back. And then they get hungry or thirsty and then that's a delay. It's just a long thing. And yeah, I know bots have to get energy and all that, but they also get a much bigger boost in movement and work speed than the beavers do. So when we left off, they had built this stuff out. We had the farms going, and we had our maple orchard, vineyard, plantation. I don't know. Going. I did add in a second district crossing right here. I guess we can come out of this view, and then I'm just gonna move this stuff for now. We added that and then put a tube-way station right here, so the bots are still going over to here via the tubes, but then they can come here for like the maple syrup and dirt, and because like dirt's like right there, and that just gives us an extra connection to move the maple syrup, the canola seeds, and the potatoes, which you can see we have caught up on, all over into that district and somewhat into our original district as well. So from there, I then we had all the ruins that were here. As we started getting more and more beavers in this district, I just kept building more and more of the scavenger flags, and just it actually started going really quick, and they got all that cleared out. I blasted this flat. I filled in quite a bit back here, a little bit in this corner, and then pretty much like all of this was where this side was not here. Filled that in, and then I blasted this down one further to get more spatter dock, because we are using spatter dock for fuel. We were running low. We're starting to rebound now, but we had gotten down to like 100 or so. And then just because I wanted to make sure we had enough haulers and everything, we needed more beavers. I didn't quite have enough in this district to support extra haulers. So we just built a few homes right onto the side of the cliff. They blend in pretty well. For the most part, took advantage of terrain, filled some in, have them kind of just using the terrain for stairs and walkways. And I like it. I dig it. It's just a nice little neighborhood over here, and it's all nice and detailed. And I think it looks great. So yeah, and then we of course built out this little farming district here that just does the canola on this side and a few more maple trees that I think they just finished planting most of these. Or maybe not. Maybe I let it run a lot longer than I thought. But here's the really cool thing. This plan worked. I mean, I was always going to build a district over here, but it was going to be more leisure. And then when I realized we were running low on things for the bots, it occurred to me we were going to have to supplement those deficits. So how have we done? Potatoes almost full. Our maple syrup is getting there. I mean, we have a lot of storage for maple syrup, but we have plenty. And then of course we've already looked at spatter dock. It's coming back. We were down at one point. I think I even saw it like below 100 total spatter dock. And then our canola seeds are all doing well. So the canola seeds are getting turned into canola oil, which gets mixed with extract, I believe, and goes into grease, which, my gosh, we are now pretty much full on grease. Same for the maple syrup. It gets combined with something for catalyst, and we're doing good on catalyst now. And then, of course, biofuel for the potatoes. So everything is looking really, really good. The only thing that was weird is somewhere like as the bots started getting grease and catalyst again, for some reason, like our punch cards dipped like in half, like in one day. I don't really understand why getting catalyst and grease would cause them to want to consume punch cards more often, but it's since balanced back out and it's fine. So this district is doing exactly what I wanted it to. It's a big district. It's a little larger than I had originally planned. With 192 beavers, I was really wanting to keep it around 100, but in the end, I'm really pleased with how it turned out, and it does occupy a lot of land. I mean, like our farthest building is probably this one, and that's 82 away from our district center over here. So yeah, it's a bit of a trek. Then again, this is 51, so I don't know that it's really, you know, all that far. But yeah, I dig it, and I kind of like it at night because of just how the lights are in the hills. I think it looks pretty spiffy. But of course, there's something here that's missing, and that's missing from all the beavers, in fact, because we haven't launched the Earth Recultivator or the Earth Repopulator in a while. So I kind of want to do that because I want to see, will these over here have any impact whatsoever on those other districts? So we're going to launch them both at the exact same time and then unpause. It's going to cost us 10 bots, but we have 70 to spare, so it'll be okay. And then same thing here, and then we're just going to come over to here and watch that launch from this side, and then we're going to see if these guys have benefited from it. So if I unpause, we should see, yeah, that's rising up. We should start seeing lanterns popping up right at sunrise too. How beautiful is that? So we should see, yeah, there they go. Oh, that's perfect. So, okay, cool. So has that benefited these guys at all? And the answer, it looks like no. It must be too far away. I thought it had a huge range. What is the range on this? Okay. So to get the benefit, we would definitely need to build the wonders in that district as well, because yeah, that is given a benefit. But where would I put them? I mean, I guess I could flatten this out and put them both like right over here, like knock a hole in this fence and just come over. That's an option. And we may, you know what, I think I'll do that. That'll be a nice little side project. I have another project I'm going to work on, but at least it'll give these dudes over here something to do, other than, you know, just the stuff they're currently building. So let's take a look at the monuments. So they are pretty big. So if like they are lined up with that, I would have to blast that whole hill down and then here, and then is that gonna then be in range? It is. Cool. Awesome. So let's get this little hill marked for a deletion, and then I'm gonna fill in that right there and probably over here in this corner as well. And then we need another set of stairs going up. Hello, there we go. So this needs to come down by 2, and all of this just needs to come down by 1. They'll get that done. They'll start working on it. But what we are really going to do for the rest of today's video, because, you know, I have the time, is the really stupid project I wanted to do. And I readily admit there is no point to what I'm about to do at all. It's not really going to benefit anything. I just want to do it. It is, I don't know when I got the idea to try this. It's just something I think I'm going to enjoy putting together, and I hope you're going to enjoy watching me make a mess of it. Because let's face it, that's what's going to happen. So we need to get away for the bot builders to come over this way and then to this side. But then I also need to get them up here, and I think I need to get them up there first. So let's go this way. And this is going to be a little trickier because we've got this stuff in the way. But it's nothing we can't deal with. We can just do like that. and go over. And I have to go over these because if I didn't, once we get out here, we would be too far from where there's any path. And if you get too far away, they can't build anymore. It'll be too far from the district. And I'd rather not have that happen. So we're going to go there, and then we're going to go to there, and then we're just going to start working our way up. I want to get to here. So we need to remove all of these trees, probably here, maybe a few more, and then some stuff over here as well. So let's make that happen. For this one, we can just like do that. And even though I probably don't need them, I'm going to put that there. And then to get up here, we can make use of a handy-dandy ladder and get up to this level, and we'll get those out, and then we'll worry about the rest of them in a moment. So this will give them plenty to work on, and then we're going to mark that for removal, and then I'm pretty sure a lot of this, oh, this is not all at the same level. All right, that's fine. We'll get there in the end. And then while they're working on that, I'm going to go ahead and pause at the lowest speed. I'm going to bring this over to here, and I just want to see what this is going to be. I don't know why I just paused for it again. Then I want to get... So we're going to need logs. We're going to need planks. We're going to need steel. We'll probably need some gears. Well, the gears don't go in there. We are going to need dirt, though. And then we're going to need maybe some dynamite. I'm just making a shopping list, aren't I? Definitely gears. And then I'm just looking at the supplies over to the left. We will need some paper. We may need treated planks, but if so, they can run back and get them. So we're going to go, and just for a second, I'm going to pause again. Logs, beams, wait, logs, no blocks, dirt, and, oh, I guess I can. Wait, I missed something. Logs, metal blocks, oh, planks, duh. Planks, and then we're going to go explosives and gears and paper, and then I can unpause again, and we're going to try to find a way to get them up and over all of this so that I can get over to here, because we're going to be building a large water structure adjacent to the bad water. And it's going to come over here. It's going to pump water from here over to there. I told you, it's stupid. It really truly is just a dumb idea. But I don't know. I just want to see how much water during a drought or a bad tide can I move through here with just a water, not a water pump. It's going to be several, like a lot. I'm just curious to see how it works, what it does, how much and when, and is it a viable solution for anything at all, or is this just a fool's errand I'm on? That's probably the case. And it's being laggy as I'll get out. I stopped moving the mouse long ago and it just kept spinning. Okay, so that means we need to pause while I'm trying to build. Was it auto-saving? I don't know, because as usual, my microphone is blocking my view. So I want to get up and over there. So we will just do this, and then one of these, and then we'll just go up with ladders again, and then we'll blast this out of here. And then this will be enough for them to have something to get started on. So we're just going to jump cut to this stuff being built. I am going to keep an eye on over here as well. In fact, wow, they're ready almost. Cool. But yeah, we'll jump cut to when we're ready for the next phase here. All right, so cool. With all of the trees out of the way, at least on this side, I can get started. I want to bring this lower level up just a little bit, just to match what is around it. So let's get that knocked out here. Just run this right like that, and then we'll go ahead and bring it to there as well. And then I think we're good on the front. Yeah, we're good on the front. That'll be just fine. So that'll get all of that up to one level. Let's go ahead and fill in that one there too. Why not? Cool. So they should be able to get up here and start doing that. There's no reason that they can't. They can get that one done and then go across. So hopefully, I'm about to say, hopefully they're not going to be stupid and block themselves in. They're probably going to be stupid and block themselves in, because that's probably the order I told them to build it in. So it's probably my fault, but whatever. Just to recap real quick, all the supplies are in, put in some charging stations, some other bot essentials, and we even have a zip line that goes to here, and then it even goes over to here in case they want to come all the way over here and get in the tubeway instead. I don't really know if they're doing that or not. I highly doubt it, because it'd be better. No, they are. They're coming all the way over. I'll say it'd probably be better for them to get off here and then run down the stairs. Some of them are using this station. Some of them are using the other one. So whatever. It's just to, more than anything, save the haulers time in bringing supplies over here, and also make it so they're less likely to get worn out. How are you stuck? Oh, yeah, you're on a whole different level. Oh, well, you'll be stuck for a minute, and then they'll pop you up. Hopefully, you'll pop up over here, and you won't be stuck anymore. But let's get this little section done real quick. And indeed, he got unstranded. So, awesome. That gets me started. Now I'm going to come out 10 tiles away. So, 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is going to be the edge of this contraption. I'm just going to go ahead and fill that in right there like that. They should be able to get up here and walk to that without any major issues, but we're going to give them a path instead. And now I'm going to get that built, and then after that, I'm going to lay out what it is we're actually going to be doing today, and you can see what this madness is all about. So I'm certain this looks like a massive, gargantuan nightmare right now, and you're like, why are you blasting out the side of the hill? Why are there platforms over there? Well, my idea is I'm going to build, so we're going to have this channel. I had to move it over this way by 1 so that I could actually have 9 here. We have a couple places where there are gaps just on the other side of that. And I didn't want the water flowing out that way, so I wanted to seal it up so it's over this way. So it's 9 wide where it dumps here. But I want to be able to have, yeah, it's 9 wide. I want to be able to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumps feeding into this. That required adding the extra width down here, so this went ahead and made it just a little bit bigger down here. And then what's going to happen is this will now be wide enough that I can have, I think, 5 on this side. So then I can just blast all of this out, make a layer here, and then blast all of this down to this level and kind of square it off here again. So we'll pump up, and then we'll pump up, and then we'll pump up to drain to there, back into the helix, which is before these pumps. So I'm under no delusion that this is actually going to work, but I just want to see what'll happen. I've never done anything like this before. I've never really, the only time I've ever used the what's it called, deep mechanical pump is to either bring water somewhere up just for a reservoir or something like that, mainly for stuff like this, decorative waterfalls, that sort of thing. I've never tried pumping water to a different location. I've never succeeded in pumping water up high to fill a big reservoir to then flow out and make enough power to justify what it's consuming. And that's not what I'm trying to do here. I want to see, will this be able to pull enough water from down here to send just enough around the helix so that these 2 pumps can keep this waterfall flowing at all times. That is legitimately the reason I'm doing this. If we get power out of it, bonus. I don't think we will. I don't think that during a drought or a bad tide, the water is even going to reach like down here and wind up back in the district. If it does, that'd be really cool, because then it would just be like this perpetual motion water machine, because it all leaves the map eventually here and here once it gets up to high enough levels. And in fact, it floods over the top of both of these. So we'd actually be pulling water up out of there, where it would come in through here, all in through here, channeled over to here, back in through there, back and around, underneath all of this that we've pretty much completely buried, back through here, back through those water wheels, back to the pumps. Probably won't work. Don't care. I just want something goofy to do. So something goofy I am going to do, and it's going to take a while. So we'll just do a few shots of all of this being built, and then we'll test it at the end, and then wrap up the series. So, did it work? And the answer is, yeah. We just ended a bad tide. You can see there's bad water still flowing out of here. I literally paused it as soon as the day changed and it was daylight. But we've just finished, I believe it was 7, maybe 8 day bad tide. And normally, this would all be completely dry. The whole thing, but you can see we're still getting enough water down here. Like, this spatter dock would be dead, and probably all the cattails and all of this, we would have all of, well, again, all these buildings are complaining about needing water, so it hasn't kept the depth of the water up high enough for the recreational items, but we've kept enough water to keep all of this alive. And that's all come from just these reservoirs pumping water up into the reservoir and then up again and then up again and then back out. Interestingly enough, the water wheels are even turning, the ones that are in line. I'm kind of surprised by it. Not very fast. You can see they're all going pretty slow comparatively, but we still have these pumps working. It's kind of hard to see that there's water pouring out of them. You can kind of see it. There we go. If we zoom right in, you can see there is water still pouring out of these pumps. So it's going to there. And then that's, of course, spilling out to here eventually. Again, difficult to see that, but it's kind of bizarre. I don't think we have water spilling over here. No, we don't. Okay, and I didn't really think that would be the case. but it worked. And we're paused, by the way, because this dude's almost done. It will have been finished in a montage that you already saw. It's like 96% done. So the only thing that I find peculiar about this, and I may make a couple of changes to it, is, so I filled it in stages. I turned these pumps off and these pumps off and let this fill all the way up to right at the edge. And then I turned these pumps on, let it pull that water up to here. And while these were pulling water out of here, it maintained its level. So having 5 pumps putting water in, having 5 pumps pulling water out, it worked. That level just stayed right at the edge there. Then when I turned these on, these two started emptying. It hasn't gone much lower than this. Like it dropped down to here and kind of stayed there. But it does make me wonder if maybe it is actually draining a little bit, and I'm just not. It's so slow that visually it's tough to perceive. I could have put the stream gauges in there to find out. I just didn't. But it works. What I'm considering doing to maybe see if we can't keep more water in these is actually extending this out by 4, adding 2 more pumps here and here, leaving 5 up here. I mean, I've got plenty of space to expand it out. That's not an issue. And then just, knocking the little wall down in between them with some dynamite. And see if maybe having extra pumps will keep these more full. I don't know. But we even have plenty of water. Like, we can see... But there's a good at least half a meter here. Maybe just under half. But still, like, we have water through all of this. And I'm just amazed that obviously up here, where the water originates doesn't have any water in it, because I intentionally dropped it here, not only so that we could get it to come around to get these pumps, but also because there's just a natural increase in the elevation inside of the Helix itself. So I never thought it would get more than a meter of water, and it hasn't. It's very, very shallow, but I really didn't think the 5 pumps would be enough to do much more than that. But it has, through the entire bad tide, worked. And I'm astonished. I didn't think it would work. I thought this was just some stupid idea that I was like, let's do something over the top and, just see what happens. But it worked. It freaking worked. And I am ecstatic about that. It makes me really happy. But now I need to come over here and finish recording this dude here. And then I will probably... expand this out as well. By the way, this is going a little bit quicker because I am bringing bots from this district where I added 20 more builders over this way, and these paths don't connect here, so they're able to use that zip line, come right over and jump on that, and you can see it's almost done. So it will be finished. This one already is, and they're ready to go, fully stocked. So it's looking pretty good. And as we wrap up for today, I thought it would be nice to just kind of look back over some of the highlights of the bigger projects that we've taken on over the past 33 videos in this series. It's been running for a while. It's kind of hard to believe. I mean, it's like over half a year, and there were a couple weeks where there wasn't a video. So yeah, wow, we started this one a while ago. We were on update 6. I want to say... yeah, update 6 was in my last series, and then update 7 came out in this one. This is my first time really digging into mods with Timberborn. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from all of you. Very, very appreciative of all the comments and all of the guidance that you have offered. It has been absolutely fantastic. I think this has been my favorite Timberborn series to date. I have just greatly enjoyed it. It has been my honor to share all of this with you. It was definitely something new that I wanted to try. I've always wanted to have both factions together and have their buildings available. So thank you, Zuiji. I'm probably once again butchering your name, but I apologize. But we'll transition into some current stuff here. But it's hard to believe that this is where we began just, well, 33 episodes ago. It's crazy, just the simplicity of how it started to where we began. I don't even remember the exact order of everything and how it all got built. It's just, there's so much that has happened that I struggle to remember. I don't know if I ever highlighted it or not, but in the series, but I did expand out the battery wall. It was originally, it's just so big it's hard to even get in view. It originally ended here, and then I doubled it, and I've never seen these go much beyond about here ever, even in our longest periods of no wind and no water. It's just kind of nuts. Just the amount of power that is stored in those batteries. I mean, I don't know how many's up there. I calculated it out at once upon a time, but that was a long time ago. And it's just 3 really big districts. I mean, this place is huge. I mean, everything that you see here and all of that is one big district. The bot district is massive. I mean, it starts way over here with that mine and comes all the way over to here. The reservoir is technically part of it. It's connected, but they don't have to go up there for anything. But it's just nuts, the amount of real estate that primarily is making bot stuff, making bot parts and bots and grease and catalyst and biofuel and on and on and on and on, just for my ever-growing addiction to the bots in this series. And then, of course, our newest district that I am just absolutely thrilled about. I think it turned out so well. So very, very, very well. I couldn't be happier with it. And just a final look at the numbers here real quick. In the end, we have 1,491 bots. Maybe we'll call that 1,500. Over 500 beavers. So in total, over 2,000 different little creatures scurrying about every day. By far, the biggest I've ever done for a series. The biggest I've done, not like just hanging out, playing the game, was 3,200. And if you think the frame rate is bad here, yeah, it was pretty bad. And then, of course, our biggest project, some of which I didn't even show because it was just a bunch of blasting. I just laid paths down and blasted out a ton of this area just to make the area here hold as much water as possible, so that even during really long droughts, really long bad tides, which is about to make a really loud noise. There we go. Even during the longest ones, which I've had them go up to, I think, 8 days, we won't have to worry about running out of water back here. I also took care of the spillage problem. It was overtopping the dams we had, and I just made them wider. And then, of course, our final project was this bit that surprisingly works. I am still so stoked that it works, and the water levels seem to be staying consistent now. So widening it out a couple seems to have done the trick. But again, it has been my pleasure. I hope you have enjoyed this series as much as I have enjoyed creating it. It has been one heck of a ride, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. But we set out to have the Iron Teeth, and the Folktails come together. 2 factions with different ideologies come together so that they could tame the Helix. And I think we've succeeded.